It's time to start the recording. Chapter 8. Alright, Scooby Gang. It's Chapter 7. Was very depressing. Anon saw Ripley, and Ripley was in a bad mood. Apparently, Samantha has passed on. We also learn about Rosa's dad being dead. So, to put it bluntly, Anon's like, I'll be a better person. So, you might say, after a chapter like that, full of disappointment, depression, and just, like, bad notes, the next chapter would be Anon picking up the pieces, right? It'd be a chapter where we slowly build back up to a more positive and encouraging atmosphere. We're not going to be too sad. We're not going to be too happy. We're just going to be realistic and find a way forward, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you think the writing is good? Oh, sorry. The writing is terrible because we, for fuck's sake, immediately go to Stella and have another fucking date. You know, nothing makes me more like I get the biggest boner if I watch my mom get murdered in front of me. The first thing I think after that is, man, I should get a date. Oh no, my best friend's mom killed themselves? Damn. I gotta get some condoms. Like, what the fuck is the pacing here? You added 2 chapters, and the pacing is still fucking whiplash. It's called Whiplash because what? Ow, my neck! Anyway, I'm pissed off about a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't help that I'm pissed off about extraneous things, which have nothing to do with here, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I I'm not sure that this author understands that you can't just you can't just go, oh, that was a sad chapter, let's do a happy chapter, and then have the exact like this could work from the perspective of Stella doesn't know and Anon's keeping a strong face and Anon falls apart because of that. If that's what we're doing, then great. I would love it if it's like Anon's trying so hard to pretend everything's, but we're probably not doing that, so I'm gonna mope until it proves me wrong, and then I'll look like an idiot. Which either we win because I was right all along, or I look like a fool and we all win anyway. So let's get to winning, shall we? Hey, so you remember that donut place you mentioned at the mall? Also, we're introducing a new POV. Of course we are. We had, like, Rosa's POV, we've had Stella's POV, and now we're doing Stella for a whole chapter and a non-flashback. We've had Trish, who hasn't been in this story for... Like, the POVs in this are fucked up. There's too many, and none of them... If you're up to it, I was wondering if you would like to go that Saturday at 12. That's 12 a.m., because I'm a weirdo, and I don't wake up before 1 p.m., you know? Anon's question over the phone the other day still causes me to beam with delight. He asked me out on a date. Me of all people. You've been on 2 dates. I mean, I know that Anon's like not the guy to ask someone else out for a date, but you've been on 2 dates, man. Jesus. Why is everyone so fucking weird in this? Ugh. I think I'm gonna piss and shit myself at once. I might feel something positive at that point. I know this is our first date, 3rd date together, and a lot has happened since the 2nd one, especially. Especially we made the fuck out, but you know, Anon doesn't ask people out on the date, so I guess I feel extra... I like how, like, this works so much better after that chapter, but no, we had to go with, hey, did you know that Samantha's dead? Which I love how that hasn't done that much other than make Ripley more miserable. I feel like Ripley's misery is fine as is. You don't need to kill his wife. But you know what they say, Luigi, a woman belongs in the kitchen, in the fridge if need be. It's just... Ah, I love it when I'm slightly smarter. I love it when I'm 2% smarter than I truly am. I never been more happy in life. It's a beautiful tender moment with him. I mean, admittedly, it was kind of weird. And like in hindsight, it did feel like neither of us was really capable of giving consent because we were both kind of fucked up. But hey, kissing! I have to find a nice outfit to wear. Running circles around my room. I don't like this. Like, Stella doesn't feel like the kind of person who has to... Oh, no, she dated Chad. Chet, or whatever his name was. I'm no writer, but don't do dates. Need more time, especially because of the life-changing events. You know, A time skip would have helped a lot with the whole, like, Ripley tried to tear my head off yesterday, Mo threatened to kill me, and I guess Rosa told me about her dead dad, so, yeah, maybe we should have done this like a week later. Running around my room for the past 15 minutes. Listen, I'm okay with, like, the idea of, like, oh, it's a girl, so she has a bigger priority of trying to impress him, but I feel like if you're gonna do this, put yourself in the mind of a woman who thinks like that. Like, not every woman thinks like that. Put yourself in the mind of one like this. Have her overthink things. Have her go into detail. Like, Anon commented on the Opie shirt. Would he be okay with something like that? Maybe be cute, like a cute little joke. It'd be a little in joke instead of, like, you know, overthink it. Think about the social dynamics as you, a man, think about video game tactics. You know, you're like, first I must hit him with a stun, then I hit him with a stun counter combo. Think like that, but on regards of, like, what your outfit says about you. And then you can be a woman. Well, this kind of woman, at least. Some women don't care. And you'll be surprised what trans women are doing to the fucking ratios, man. Ugh. They're just throwing it all over the place. Although, admittedly, it's a stupid stereotype. Like, god damn, that's expensive. It's so much effort. Do I look like I put in the effort? Why are you putting in the effort if I'm... It just feels weird at that point. I feel a little intimidated, if anything. Ooh, this is a cute song. Following the Moon! Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Moon. Cause we're following the moon. A couple times we're nothing but hoodies and graphic tees. No pants, though! No pants. Actually, I'd be okay with going with giving Stella a bit of a new problem. Nothing but childish crap. I need to grow up. I need to move past my trauma. And so I'm going to brute force things. That's an interesting angle to take, but let's not fool ourselves. Umbra is an idiot. So we're not getting any of that. Also, again, Anon's probably like the guy who doesn't care, which is weird to say because Anon does kind of fall for Fang because of the whole punk appearance. He does call out the whole goth tarot girlfriend, and goth is very much how you dress. Oh, look, the best I can, not for him, but for myself. That's patriarchy talking, lady. Please, shh, please. You can never, you can't dress nice for yourself. That's not allowed. There's no nuance. There's no space for nuance. Have you seen how small my house is? I can't fit your nuance in here. It's by my determination and persistence I still can't find an outfit. The white cotton sweater and the black skirt is really cute. It must be in the wash or something. Should you know that? You're like 18. Barefoot on Crystals? What a goofy name. What are all these songs that I just don't remember existing? Oh my god, we're doing the fucking woman is late thing. Like, the thing about... Listen, I'm gonna... Oh, okay. We're not even 10 minutes in, and the beans are coming down. Beans are on the table. I get it, right? But Stella isn't that kind of woman. Rosa, I could see it. Lucy, I can see it. But Stella seemed like the kind of person who was just kind of doing her own thing and didn't give a shit. Also, she's autistic, so, like, shouldn't she be masking and, like, thinking differently? Or at least, like, you know, because she's neurotypical, it feels like she'd be a bit different. Or at least that's the impression she always gave off. My point is, why are we following these boring-ass stereotypes for a person who was primarily supposed to be none of them? I just feel like you're doing that thing where you're turning good old Fang into good old Lucy. I'm just saying you're turning this goth tarot girlfriend into a fucking waifu. And I said before, I hate that about Wani. Alright. Ready, Mom, just a minute. I'll be downstairs when you're ready. I'm gonna stop talking French for some reason. Listen, if you're gonna do cross languages, again, just use, like, angle brackets or square brackets or whatever and obfuscate it. Don't be like this. You've had days to prepare for this. Well, because you're a little idiot. And honestly, that'd be cute. That'd be cute. Why don't you do it ahead of time? I don't know. Why is it? Then when we go pick up my goddamn grandmother, right? She needs, like, another hour. And it's like, I have to find a specific vest. It's just like, what? No one cares, Grandma. No one fucking cares. We're just happy to see you. And this is so important. Why didn't you do this earlier? Would it have killed you to prepare the jacket ahead of time? Fucking every parent is like, oh, you gotta lay out your clothes for tomorrow, dear. And they never do it themselves. They just can't be fucking bothered. Because it's like, no, it's a spur of the moment thing. I want to go with the outfit that suits my mood. I'm like, okay, cool. Could you start that mood a few hours earlier? Grandma, please. Do you have any idea how, like, upset my mom gets with how long it's... Like, every single time. Mom's like, ugh. And it's so discouraging to watch my mother just deflate at how long it takes and how exhausting it is, and I try my best to help it. You know, there's only so much you can do. And it's like, Mom was ready on time. When it was time, she was ready to fucking go. But no. Ugh. Beans are down, man. Ugh. My sister's fine with this, too. A lot of people I know are fine with this. It's just Grandma. Grandma is the last holdover of women who take too long in the family. And it dies with her. I know I never liked you. Nothing but a stupid, lazy. Is that a little lazy, though? I could say stupid, irresponsible spaz, but lazy? You can't hold any friendship. She's been friends with Rosa for years! And Sage, too! Sage just got fucking murdered. Or killed themselves, or whatever what it was. Actually, if Sage killed themselves, that's like 3 suicides. We got Fang, we got Sam, we got Sage. Jesus. If your name contains the letter A, you're dead. If your second letter is A, you're dead, apparently. By suicide at that. Sam, Fang, and Sage. Rather becomes Rapido. I don't like this. The problem I have with this is that this is passive, but it's the wrong kind of passive. It's not like you've lost control. It's like you're just coldly describing yourself. I feel like if your breathing becomes rapid, I would go with something like, I can't stop breathing so quickly, or something in that direction, of like, it overpowers you, instead of, my breathing becomes rapid. Like, you're a fucking doctor, sitting there going, ah, yes, her breathing has become rapid. Fuck off. That's not how people think. Especially someone who describes themselves as a spaz that is haunted by the memories of her classmates. I feel like she'd be more harsh about herself. Failing to ruin my newly applied makeup. I bet you this motherfucker doesn't even know how blush and foundation work. He doesn't even know how to layer them. What a loser. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna write a woman putting on makeup, the least you can do is look up a video. Trust me, look up a video of a trans person doing it, because I don't know what it is, man. But they'll give you the low-down, hoedown. Probably because they have the added consideration of, you know, they're probably dealing with someone who's never put on makeup in their entire life, so. You're never gonna be good enough. You're never gonna be good enough for Anna? Man, I have my life together. I can never be good enough to a guy who's just fucking rotting away in his house. How can I live up to that standard of quality? Fucking Anon's seal of approval, right here. My crush who asked me out. Oh, this is so dumb. It's cute, but all I can think about is that, like, a few thousand words ago, we were told that Sam died. Oh, no, no. The first letter in his name is A, but not the second. The second is an N. He's fine. He's good to go. Don't overthink this. It's important. Goodness, but there's been. Man, I love how people are consoling themselves. Great. I love this self-help. How many sandy points is that? My crush. Is it really a crush if you've been on dates? I feel like a crush is this distant, one-sided relationship, not like we've been on a date and we've confessed our loves. At that point, you're either like dating, or your partners, or whatever. Nasser had the second date. I guess Nasser didn't kill himself. I mean, he killed himself by running up to Fang and getting shot. So, Naomi. I mean, Naomi did it. We can stretch it. How much let do we have here, Scary Dave? How much let do we have in this theory of mine? Holy shit! I had 7 concurrent viewers at some point. Hot ziggity! What a scary world we almost lived in. So, really relax. Despite having a broken leg, being recently attacked, living in his filth for a whole month, smelling like shit, dressing like an idiot, I can't live up to his standards. Like, shouldn't you know that Anon's the kind of person who would honestly date a warm donut? Just saying. Oh, it's green. Hasu and Naomi are on their Romeo and Juliet arc, pissed at the rock to the sunset off a cliff. Hey, Anon, we came back to life! Oh, that's good to hear. What are you gonna do with your new lives? Kill ourselves. Heaven was awesome, man! They go off the cliff. My backup outfit is not where I thought. Ugh. I think it's very cute, because, like, Anon doesn't care about outfits all that much. Has he? I mean, he cares about the prom thing, but... Right now, we gotta get dressed. It's a lot warmer than usual today. Yeah, it is November in this world. Au revoir. Arrivederci! Message me or your father when you need to get picked up. Also, message us if that crazy bitch shows up and tries to kill you again. I'm just saying, maybe you should get that checked out. Let's see, well, you and Anna stay safe. They're going to a donut place. They're getting donuts. I can't believe my child is taking this immense risk of getting donuts. I can't believe they made it. Love you, though. I forgot all the rules of driving. It's been a year since I practiced. Did Stella just describe her mom as the blonde-haired stego? Did she just do that? Who the fuck describes their loving parents, which has openly and visibly showed love and affection? Who describes them as the blonde-haired stego? How dead are you inside, Stella, that you consider that an acceptable answer? I mean, maybe that's part of her different style of thinking, I guess. But that is such a, like, I'm a writer and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing answer to the question. Like, I feel like your parents is someone you have a relationship with where you describe them more than by their appearance. You know what they look like. They're burned into your brain. You don't think about it anymore because you've seen them so much. You don't describe them by their appearance no more. Because they are just this monolithic eidolon of a person. Or eidolon if you want to. I like eidolon because it just sounds a little fancier to me. Glory old donuts. Boston cream with vanilla frosting. Oh my god. Are we really doing this extended sex joke? Remember how Samantha killed herself? It's time to fill Stella with cream, baby. Honk honk. Almost there. Be there in a minute. Oh my god. Anon's a minute late. Ugh. Stella, you will never live up to this man's standards. He's late to your date. Ugh. Better put on the gold sequined dress. Fucking hell. Awesome. Awesome. The person I love who's provided me nothing but support. Awesome. He's shown up. Yay. Not wonderful. Awesome. As I wait for him to arrive. I know that I'm sounding pedantic, but this is the exact kind of pedantry you would expect from a woman who's like, what outfit do I wear for this guy who has no standards? Take a moment to lean against street light to my right. I don't care what side of you that street light is. You're leaning against it. That's all that matters. My eyes analyzing the scenery. Why are you describing that you're looking... Isn't it self-evident from the fact that the writer is describing the scene that you are, in fact, looking around and analyzing the scene? I just feel like you're double-dipping. It's a pleonasm. That's a pleonasm, right? god. Why does she call them dinos? Shouldn't she just call them people? Because, you know, as a dinosaur, wouldn't you consider any other dinosaur to just be people? Why would you consider them a special class? Some of them enter stores. Wow! Incredible! There's any of those people before in my life, which, you know, to be expected from someone like you. I mean, this sentence is fine. In context of, like, establishing who Stella is as a person. But it makes me hopeful. It makes me hopeful I can be someone I've never met in my life, too. I know that vibe, though. I wish I could be anyone but someone I know. A bald human. Do you have to fucking emphasize the part that he's self-conscious about? Blue jeans. His lack of facial features, which implies that Anon has no nose. Anon has no nose. His lack of feature is the most prominent. Like, I know what you mean with that, but that's a goofy way to describe that. That feels like someone who's a little snarky would say, right? Anon. No. Who else would it be? Writer. Who else would it be? What other fucking human is in this story that would ever meet that description? I feel the fluttering of wings in my stomach. You mean the fluttering of butterflies in my stomach? Red Bull is what gives you wings. Ugh. Makes my back twitch with delight. Why don't your back plates flutter then? Why can't we have that? You know, that sense of like her anatomy is a little different from ours, and her expressions of joy are different. Somebody's been seeing people, the same people who died a couple of months ago. Oh yeah. Anon told me he sees spooky ghosts. Yeah, I was right. It's Stella. I like how we're pointing out that, man, can you imagine you're going on a date and you find him and he's like haunted by ghosts? It's like, god damn it, Anon, can we make it about me? No, it's just, how can I say it? It's hard to make. Come on, Stella. Were they visiting you again? Ugh. Oh god, I hate this. I mean, I get it that it kind of brings down the whole date mood a little bit. And brings it more in line with what we just had as a chapter. What a goofy way to do things. Like, if you're gonna pull twists like that, you have to earn the confidence of your reader first. You have to make your reader think, okay, sure, this guy's probably gonna deliver on that. But all I ever feel is like, you're never gonna deliver on any of this. You could deliver a fucking pizza from my front door to my doorstep. Man, that's actually a really sassy thing to say, damn. This is what happens when you don't think. Well, you know what they say, you never know if you don't glow. You never glow if you don't know. Where were we? He's not mad at me, he's not mad at me, he's excited too. Yeah, because Anon would prefer to hang out with, you know, someone he likes instead of being hot. I don't know. Oh man, I can't believe this man with no standards is happy to be with me instead of being haunted by ghosts tormented with nightmares. How weird! What a strange man he is. That he's putting himself down by dating me. God damn. What happened to your self-esteem, Stella? It's not even in the shitter. It got flushed into the ocean. Woof. Check out Glory Hole Donut. Ugh, like, why, man? Damn. You can't do that. I like your outfit. Yes, she noticed. Ugh. I mean, that's on point. Crawling out. Ugh. On the night like the 4th of July. Jesus. I mean, one thing I do like is if you are going to make Anon smutter way more than I ever got the impression he does in the game, it is kind of cute to take a different POV and be like, man, that is obtrusive as all hell. Like, damn, Anon, go see a psychiatrist about that. Like, every other sentence, apparently. Also, this is like something that I will extend to an extent to Snoot Game itself. I feel like Adol's mutterings again should not be audible from a long distance. I also kind of like the implication here that his mutterings are a bit like actual mumblings instead of something he enunciates in any way. Because why would he enunciate it if it's you know? Why'd you tell me? Come across too strong. Oh no, you kissed. They had a kiss. Ugh. I can't believe these two people who kissed are kissing again. Ugh, that's not supposed to happen. You can only kiss once. After that it gets too pervy. Hotel to hotel. Well, that is what it feels like when you're trying to kill roach queens. You should have seen your face. You're just too cute. Cute, yeah, sure. Thankfully, the bus stop was only 30 feet from the entrance. Thank God I can cast my cantrip from here! I can Misty Step my ass over there, too. So you walk to the edge of the before. Like, the problem I have with this, right, this might not be something you ever think about, but putting in very specific measurements draws attention to it and kind of breaks pace. 1 kiss is fine, 2 is marriage. See, Scary Dave gets it. There is a hard limit on how much you can have characters kiss before it's just pornography at that point, okay? Listen, you can disavow a man and we'll give you a 13+ rating, but if they kiss twice, you're out. Better not be any female presented nipples either. The strong sense of yeast. Well, at least they don't deep freeze if you can smell the yeast. That being said, shouldn't you sooner smell like the deep fried donuts or whatever? They fry donuts, right? Even if they're not, then shouldn't you... Is it even yeast? Isn't it just dough that you would smell then? Yeast feels so specific. Look at the sugar in the air, the coffee they brew. But look, Stella's got that. Stella's actually... Fun fact, Anon's never had this. There's never really an implication that Anon can't be in a room with a lot of people. But look, Stella actually has it. Damn. We're actually doing it. No one's gonna get you. It's not even... It's not even that she's potentially autistic or has other problems with social environments. It's that she's past PT. Okay, thanks. Drink some yummy donuts on Saturday. Better not be on Sunday. Sunday is the Lord's Day. You can't kiss on that day. It's illegal. We'll send an angel down to give you a ticket. Take another deep breath. Continue to reassure myself. Feel myself. Don't myself yourself like that. That close together. Why can't you just say, I return to reality? Why do you have to feel yourself return to reality? Why can't you just go back? What is with this distancing language you're using? Stella's clearly in the moment and fucking worried about it. No longer intimidated by the world around me. Yes! That's literally... It's so many pleonasms, man! Why use many words when few words do? See, I don't look at worse. Hey, Stella, are you okay? You're gonna start muttering too? We don't need 2 characters sharing a character trait like that, man. Well, it's not really a character trait, you know, it's more like a quirk. Honestly, if your whole personality is you just muttering to yourself, that's kind of lame. Yeah, fair enough. Let's do it. So let's enter the queues. We wait to place our queues. Yes, that's what a fucking queue does! You know, I enter a queue to go play some games, right? I enter the queue and I put my Switch out. No, you enter a queue to wait on shit. Jesus. Pleonasms, man. I'm always early. I just can't help myself. I need to compensate for all the times I was late. I don't know how to describe drop music, but it has that distinct farting quality that I like. Which is also, in a sense, found in Wario games. I sound like H2 delirious. It's just mean, man. I am delirious. before too long, Anna and I are able to place our orders. I wish we could all place our orders together. Order the creme brulee. Creme brulee donut's a weird idea. Is that even something you can order? It's like a creme brulee. Like, the whole point is you make like a little cup of what is it again? Like custard? And you burn the top. How do you turn that into a donut? That's just a custard-filled donut at that point. You can't get the brulee, then why make the creme? Unless you keep it open. I guess if you kept it open on the top and then just scorch that end, actually, that'd be a neat idea. You'd have like a little U-shaped donut. Well, I'm seeing some creme brulee donuts, and they just look like creme donuts. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm not meant to understand this. I used to have a Windows headset. Back then, I sounded like a real person. I'm still pissed about that. Broke it for a voice acting gig because I'm stupid. Didn't manage myself. I'll have a coffee with 1 milk. I don't know about coffee, so I'm gonna assume that's a proper ordering etiquette. What powdered jelly donut? Listen, I know a lot about jelly-filled donuts, and you need rice to make them. And if there's yeast, they ain't using rice. Brock taught me everything. Just a powdered jelly donut at a place like this. Add-on. We came to a specialty store. Could you at least order something special? Like, I get it, but I personally would walk into a place like this, go, I'm probably good, and order something lame too. Like, come on, Stella. Trying new foods is a challenge to me. I got over it by ordering all kinds of goofy-ass donuts, apparently. That's how I cure it myself. Just order funny donuts. After Anon finished paying, gave us a sign with the number 32. Yeah, that is how some places work these days. They give you a little number. And sometimes they put trackers in them, too, so they can just find you. Wait, I thought the place was full. Find a booth by the window that's completely empty. Oh, man. Fate looks kindly on us today. It's a weird thing to say, considering that Anon was previously haunted by ghosts. You could not find the outfit you were looking for, and yet a panic attack about the people in the room. I'm just saying, Stella, you might be overestimating how much fate is looking your way. You might be overselling it. I mean, I guess you got a kiss, but, you know... I just feel like any kiss Anon gives the first dozen times or so is going to be very limp and cold and a little slimy. And... Take Anon by the hand, so remember these both and use his crutches. So I take him by the hand, he drops his crutch, he just falls over. It's like, good going. Idiot. He chuckles at my blunder. That is... I feel like Anon will be snarkier than that. He'd just be like, ha! Ho! He! And again, if you're having a character that is actually autistic or has issues reading social cues, it could be like, oh no, he scoffed at me, when it's just like supposed to be a ha-ha. I just feel the stuff you can do with that, and since we're using POVs, you might as well have a character whose POV is interesting, or has something interesting to say about the environment, or make them meaningfully different from each other. I'm just saying that if you're going to use point of views specific from persons, they should have make those people fucking interesting. After Anon finished paying, that sentence is wrong. Good question. Anon, how are you affording specialty donut prices? A single donut's $20! It's a donut! How much could it cost? $20? And then the one man at the counter's like, yeah, that's what the price says, you idiot. Ugh. Gosh. I guess it is really expensive to jam a whole creme brulee in a donut. As we reach the table. Not a second before they reach the table. Emotion found to take whatever she likes more. No, Anon's supposed to show you which seat to take. Come on. Know your etiquette. He takes one to the right to carefully lose himself in this good. Like, man, I love how much detail we're putting into the fact that these people are sitting down. I feel like if you did more with this gesture, it would be interesting. Like, have Anon pause for a moment. Have him reconsider. Have him be like, wait, aren't I supposed to show you the table as a man? Because Anon is a bit of a jerk like that sometimes. I just... However, before we can acknowledge an illustrious expression... Oh no, Anon, come on! You have to bring up Samantha's suicide. I'm trying to eat a donut. My creme brulee tastes like piss now. Focusing on something outside. Follows avoiding... Why do for a second? Oh, this is a good lead up. This is actually decently trying to set something up. I'm not saying it's well written because I'm not reading all that shit, but it is definitely an interesting way to quickly make the mood shift. Anna notices something. Our POV character notices that something's going on. There are things that have been established prior that could be used to raise the tension, and we're doing that. I don't like this description. This feels a little too, like... If I was panicking, I'd just be like, I don't see anything. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's just the streets bustling with life and cars. That feels too dramatic for someone who's a little worried about things. Sympathetic forms on my face as I turn to face Anon. I love that double face. Love that double face. Why can't you just turn to Anon? Why do you have to face Anon, too? He's been there so much for me. You've mentioned that at least 3 times by now. Just fucking... Jesus, just make out already. Anon, is everything okay? I'm asking because, you know, it's probably a hell of a lot better than just accusing you of being a spaz. That's an abstract reality as the words leave my lips. Once again, caught off guard. Man, Anon, how can you be this caught off guard? You're dating a girl, it's been 1 minute, and you're already like, oh! Poor guy. Cannot date for the life of him. I'm sorry about that. Ha ha! Sorry! Ha ha ha! Oh my... Hold up. I remember seeing a guy, like, go through one Igemu, and apparently Iyatakad has a laugh where he's like, ha ha ha! Or something like that. Like, he does stupid laugh stuff. Or was it something else? I don't know, but it was really dumb. Man, I love songs that have that farty quality to them. That artisanal Wario touch. So you know, it was not. I feel like this is not a good way to handle this. Not from character. I understand that Stella is probably more open to the idea of ghosts with her astrology and occult bullshit, but I feel like from a health point of view, you should not talk about his delusions like they're real, like this. I feel like you should just try to ground him and leave it at that. But it was Nasser. God damn it, Nasser! I bet he was judging you for like, oh, you're dating someone else, huh, Anon? Man, that's gotta... Man, I would just be done with the date at that point. It's like, god damn it. I can't... The fan ghost keeps putting her head in such a place that it makes it look like you have her head. It's really weird. Anyway, the somber human with an uppercase H. And a most restriction, not German, so don't do that. The bags under his eyes seem less noticeable. Just go with him to home and tuck him in. Get him in bed on time for once. I know you could have done this one at like 1 p.m., like later in the day, so you could get your sleep. Doing less well, everything. After your father dropped me off, I got a... You know, that day we were extraordinarily busy and we made out and all that shit after I had an emotional moment. It turned out I needed 2 more emotional moments in the form of Mo showing up and me finding out that Ripley is fucked up. Also, that his wife died. Like, damn. Owner of Dino. I mean, that's just funny. Mo? Owner of Dino Mo's? Well, yes, you know. Owner of the Dimstone Dimidomes? What? Wait, huh? Mo came to your door? Where's there a quotation here? Well, yeah, he came to deliver a pizza. What do you think? Why do you think he came to my door? Yeah, that was a pizza business. He told me that he was the one who ordered Trish to kick my ass, but only because he was being forced to by Ripley. I think that at that point, he didn't really order Trish to do anything. Ripley ordered him to do something. He just played a game of telephone. Which is also something Anna pointed out the last time. Anna begins to fidget with my hand. He tries to find the right word. Aww. Trish was put in jail. Obviously. That was like assault, intent to murder. Or manslaughter, whatever. I want to see if he can make peace between Ripley and me. Yeah, I don't know who's more delusional. The guy who's seeing fucking spooky ghosts, or the man who thinks that you can fix that shit. He ordered a hit! What did you think was gonna happen, Mo? You know, when I order an assassination, it's a spur-of-the-moment thing, like how people order pizza sometimes. And as I slowly watch as he stops mid-sentence, followed by sorrow. Yeah, Ripley's like, man, I don't, why would I want to hang out with some punk kid that got my kid killed? Let me just tell Stella how a police commissioner hired a mafia boss who hires Trish. Yeah, it's a little weird to just lay that. Such a. Okay, Stella. So Stella, you know, like Principal Spears down by the docks. Well, it turns out he's kind of like the reason we've got so much carfentanil flowing around the city. It also turns out that he's hiring. Anna, what the hell? Why are you? What? Why are you telling? I didn't know half. What are you talking about? And that's when I found out there were aliens living in my house. Ugh. Anyway. But after that, my visitors have been acting differently. It turns out that my spooky ghosts are kind of pissed off about Dad. Usually when they appear, they remind me of how fucked up or hurt people. But the past week they've changed, become more depressed. Probably because, you know, the additional fallout of Sam dying kind of does change the nuance and context of everything. And normally when they talk shit to me now, they just seem sad. This implies that they're actual ghosts, because I imagine that actual Ripley and actual Fang would be more upset about Sam dying than Anon would be, because Anon didn't have that deep of a relationship. So it feels to me... Or maybe the point is that Anon does feel bad for Ripley, and now that he's seen him, he's like, oh man, I thought this guy was just like, still the same hard ass, and I could sort of compartmentalize it. I don't know. Dex goes to save his sister. Wait, depressed. Wait a minute. Normally when we talk shit, we're just sad. Those little admit their shortcomings. So, you know, telling me, hey, go put a big band-aid on Fang. Goodness. That must feel terrible for Anna to go through. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you for reminding the audience. A reminder, the audience has actively seen these ghosts. So unless Stella has, like, anything enlightening to say, she really shouldn't say anything. Just click the ellipses button, Stella. If you've got nothing to add that the reader doesn't already know, you've got nothing to add. I'm so sorry, that sounds horrible. Why do we have this if she's already saying it? Like, she says everything that's in her that matters in any way whatsoever, and even then I disagree with it. Yeah, thanks, Stella. I don't feel like telling someone, oh, by the way, I'm haunted by ghosts who changed after I found out that the police commissioner hired an extrajudicial killing of me through a mob boss who also decided to delegate that through a person who was the best friend of the person that committed the school shoot. You know, this whole thing's a mess, Stella. Honestly, I'm surprised we're not doing a fucking Sherlock mystery. What's with this layering? Way to go, Stella. Now you're crying in public. Oh, she's a sensitive soul. Oh, that's just that. I mean, admittedly, I would probably start crying at this point. Not because, not in the sassy way of like, oh, it's so bad, I'll cry. No, it's I'm just the kind of person. I'm sentimental. Let's see. Sorry about the wait. Hope you do enjoy. Oh, it's a human server. Ew. Gotta point out that it's a human, so we know to be disgusted. Thank you. We will. Tells a very depressing situation. Oh no, this is horrible. Anyway, we got donuts, Anon. Would you like a donut? Mine's filled with creme brulee. Jesus. Anyway, that's how I ended up on the rooftop with the intent to kill myself. Oh, this is terrible. Hey, you want some coffee? The whiplash this writer is capable of. Just the unintentional comedy of people being like, and that's how my wife killed herself, Anna. Oh, that's sad. Anyway, I'm gonna go schedule a date with my girlfriend. Just keep talking, okay? Ugh. Praying for the next horde of customer. How empathetic of her to think about that. What does that mean? Is that like Japanese for hell yeah, baby? Very delicious in Japanese. Of course it is. Actually, I think the best answer you can give to someone telling you a terrible situation is, oh, that's bad, or something like that. That sucks. So casual. It's bipolarism. It's Whiplash, man. This is what happens when you make one of those roller coaster tycoon rides that has like G-forces in the 20s. Ouch. And now she. What the fuck are you doing? Oh no, you're haunted by ghosts. That's terrible. It makes me cry. Oh man, this donut's fucking great. Oh, I made a joke about this and you're just fucking doing it. Oh. Whoa.